welcome back to Misery Mus, or No More Misery Mus. This is a series I'm doing 24 videos in December to try and cheer you up if you're not feeling it. And today I thought I would spread the burden of having to cheer you up by talking about some channels that I love. Now, you're going to have to accept my apologies because I can't find my Christmas hat today, and that is a travesty and a tragedy. But we're going to harp on anyway, because that's what we do. And I thought I would tell you about 3 YouTubers that have YouTubers that have less subscribers than me, and 3 YouTubers that have more subscribers than me, because YouTube is a huge place, bigger than ever now. And I used to do videos where I shouted out like smaller creators, but I also, as this platform expands and as, I don't know, the world expands, even the kind of people that have like millions of subscribers, I often like don't end up hearing about. So I wanted to just share with you today some people that make me log on to YouTube every day, and like every time they upload I'm like, yes! Just in case you are bored of my face, because it's about halfway through the month at this point and maybe you need a rest. So these are some people that I'm just in awe of, and I just wish it was as good as this. The first person is Ali V. Ali is an incredible booktuber. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I don't watch that much booktube anymore. I don't really know why. I think maybe the format has got a bit like, for me, and also just because of like 10 to 15 years of book accumulation, I kind of feel like I have so many books that I want to read that I'm not always somebody who's going out and looking for recommendations. But I stumbled upon Ali's videos because she made a video about reading all of Bo Burnham's favourite books. She's doing booktube in a really fresh and new way. In the Bo Burnham one, for example, she recreates loads of scenes from inside while she's like reviewing the books, and like lies on the floor with a mic and that kind of thing. And the way she makes videos, she's such a filmmaker, like it all looks beautiful. There's so much care that's gone into it, and she really has really inventive ways of doing booktube, and I think she's really one to watch. The next one is Hannah Louise Poston. Now, I've probably gone on about her a few times in these videos, but I want to make sure that everybody has heard. I have a wing in my heart for beauty YouTube, for makeup and stuff. It might not look like it, I'm not that good at it, but I do like the artistic side of makeup, minus the consumerism. And Hannah's channel just was like the voice in the background of the whole of my lockdown. She has this incredibly calming way of speaking. She did a whole video series about giving up shopping for a year, and now how she's consciously consuming things, and like she's very philosophical in the way she approaches buying new stuff, and the way she thinks about things and the things she references are just incredible. And also she has this talent that she can speak in iambic pentameter. So there's this one video where she does a whole makeup video in iambic pentameter. We must all bow down. Anyway, if you like the idea of like exploring art and colour and texture, but you haven't really thought about watching makeup videos before, she is somebody that is incredible, and also has like a great mix of philosophy and stuff in it. It's just really unique. Like, it blends a lot of things that I love, and her channel is just like a little home from home for me. It's whenever I'm anxious, I'm just like, put on a Hannah Louise Poston video and it's all gonna be okay. Tanya is an incredible YouTuber who does fashion adjacent video essays. So for example, here are some of them: analysing the black women in luxury movement, the Birkin bag, clout versus value, are Instagram infographics helpful, an in-depth analysis of the strawberry dress. And I just think that her videos are really incredible, and they're really like so well thought out. And I haven't really found like a channel that has like such a great mix of things on it, and I just think it's really great, and every time she uploads I'm like, yes. And then the 3 big channels I wanted to chat about, one was Neesy Pisa. She again makes kind of like fashion and beauty videos, but she does like window shopping videos where she'll just do a voiceover and go on like Fashion Over and completely just go on a rant about how weird and like loopy some of the stuff is, and the stuff that she comes up with like off the cuff. She's like your cleverest friend and your funniest friend in like one person. So if you're like, especially if you like need company, or you want to feel like somebody's around, she has these like beautifully chatty videos that are just incredible. And she also recently just did like a 35 to 40 minute tour of her perfume collection, and as somebody who genuinely doesn't really use perfume. I was just like on the edge of my seat. I was like, tell me more. Like the way she describes stuff, like her vocabulary is next level, and she's just like, I'm just in awe. I'm just in awe. Same with Khadija and Bao. She has like longer, they're kind of like approachable academia video essays about various different media topics. I particularly loved her analysis of Cuties, which was a film that sparked a lot of different kinds of debates and I felt really conflicted about, and her incredibly written video essay was it just had all of the nuances and all of the punch parts. It was just like so well landed and it's such a hard topic to talk about, and that was like the video that I genuinely became like a diehard stan, and I just think her videos are absolutely incredible. Mayasaurus is a person that I didn't think I would like the videos of. You know, that really chaotic editing that's like constantly zooming in and out, like animations, like sound effects, all within like 10 seconds. They're the kinds of videos that I don't always like steer towards. I don't know, maybe it's just, I'm just not down with Gen Z. There was one about Rihanna and Fenty and like doing a really in-depth analysis into that. Like, you see, there's maybe like a fashion analysis wing to like what I really, really enjoy. But it was just really, really interesting. And if you just need a laugh, and not just like a kind of laugh, you know, when you're on the internet, you scroll and you're like, this is like a belly laugh. Like if you need like an actual snort laugh, that is where you need to go. Go now. Why are you still here? And then finally, I had like an extra one, if you'll allow me, for the big channels. Jessica Kent. She is a ex-prisoner and ex-drug user who makes videos about the prison system, what it's really like to be within it, whether that's videos about like how she made makeup in prison, or like down to like prison reform and interviewing former prisoners and also officers. It just opened my whole brain up. Like I just feel like my brain has been cracked open and like slowly expanded. And there's just so much there that just, it didn't even occur to me to think about. And I really think that it's a great resource, especially if you have people that you know that are skeptical about like the position of drugs within society and like how that should be played out in a courtroom. And also like just around generally like the state of prisons and whether like this is punishment or like actual human rights abuse. I actually find it really, really fascinating. And if that sounds interesting to you, Jessica Kent is the place to go. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully there's none of you left because you've already clicked off to go and watch all of those incredible people. But I'd love to hear like what your favourite YouTube channels are in the comments below, because I'm always on the lookout for new YouTube channels. I actually kind of, again, controversial. People always talk about the golden age of YouTube, and I kind of feel like that's now. Like longer videos that have like an academic thing to them are like doing really well at the moment, which I love. I think there's so much new creativity and like ways people are making YouTube videos that they never have before. And I actually kind of feel like a lot of the YouTube community isn't small and local anymore. YouTube as an art form is like absolutely bloody thriving, and I can only wish to be a pale imitation of some of the people that are creating on the platform right now. So I don't miss old YouTube. I think this is really, really great, and I hope you get as excited as I am about all of the channels I mentioned. This is Vlogmas, or Miserymas, or whatever you want to call it. So if you want to watch, I've lost my hat and I've lost any sense of what I'm doing. Here are the Miserymas videos. Go and watch them if you've missed any. Do make sure you subscribe if you want to stick around and accidentally find yourself sitting opposite me again. Thank you so much for watching, and to the Gumption Club for making these videos possible. Frogs Nog out.